Alrighty then, Successful Indie Author 5 Minute Focus, episode 311, launch day. And not even trying the camera today because internet as usual. All right, the day the book launches is not as important as you might think. Now, if you're doing pre-orders, that's a little bit different story because you can guarantee that book will hit at midnight the day before your launch day. So I actually had two launches today, so I can speak about them. One was a pre-order. One was an anthology, had over 400 pre-orders. Hit pretty hard this morning, made some good money, $1,000 day. And the second book was a personal title, but in a new genre for me. And that had 8 total pre-orders and it hit. But I'm not worried about either. The anthology, we need that to hit heavy up front. And that took a lot of work by a lot of people promoting to their people, newsletter shares, newsletter announcements, a lot on social media, and 400 sales. Plus, we have some all-star headliners for that anthology. Now, our book, we didn't publish my book with Eden Wolf. We didn't publish that hard because it's a trilogy and all 3 books are finished. And I'm setting up all the promotions for when the 3rd book hits. And then we're going to put the first book for free. Right now, the first book is $2.99. And minimal sales. We're doing minimal pushing, just strict organic list approach. And since it's a new genre for me, that's why we didn't get a whole lot of pre-orders. So that book is going just fine. I'll check it out. I'll read it in KU. I'll see how it looks. And we'll make any adjustments as we go. And then for book 2 and 3, the same thing, because it is a new genre for me. Got to make sure that it resonates well with readers of that genre coming of age. So as opposed to the anthology, which was cozy mystery, not my genre, but it is for the 23 participating authors. So they are hitting it in the right way with the right readership. So launch day, two significantly opposing launches. However, they both have business plans behind them. But what about your launch? What are you doing on launch day? It all depends. Is launch day the day that's a make or break where you need to be sure that your book is good enough and that you're good enough as an author and that you're good enough as a publisher? And I will tell you, don't think that way. If you're setting up promotions, the day the first promotion starts is the critical day. If it's just you, now if you have a huge list, that's a different story. You should already know what your readers want. But if you're just starting out, which is most of my listeners are, then you don't know. You don't know about your readership. What really are they going to buy into? What are they going to pick up? So just putting it out there, just announcing it to your list may not be enough. That's why building buzz as you get into launch day. If you have a pre-order, if you don't do a pre-order, just do a soft launch where, hey, the book's ready, publish it. Now we'll start thinking about how to market it. That's fine too. It's when those first promotions start. The newsletter swaps, the social media announcements, the social media buzz. You start running some Facebook ads, maybe some Amazon ads, maybe some other ads elsewhere for places that you've used before. If you haven't used any place before, starting off easy is with Amazon ads, because generally they won't spend all your money and Facebook will. So it just depends how much cash you're able to put behind it. If you can't put a lot of cash behind launch day and your launch promotions, then don't expect huge numbers moving on those days unless you have a huge list. And once again, that goes back to, if you're established, you know what your readers want. And me, I'm established, but not in this genre. Genre equals marketing. So it's critically important that you understand who's getting your book. And that's the readers that you want to, the right readers that you're trying to put your book into their hands. So launch day, are you launching it into the right hands? I will tell you that the new coming of age book, I'm still looking for what the right hands are. So we have a bunch of promotions for when book 3 comes out. We're going to give book 1 away for free. Book 2.99 and book 3 $2.99. but we're going to move an awful lot of copies because I'm pulling out all stops for those because I'm trying to get those whale readers and people to buy into the whole series. So social media posts, getting people bought into and talking about the books. So over the next 2 months, I'll be refining what is the target audience for this book, and then we hit it hard December when that third book comes out. And for the cozy anthology, that's only it's all by itself, but every author in there has related their story in some way to their other works. So it's to launch their platforms, because 20 books to 50K, we're all about helping people to help themselves. This is an opportunity to get your story in front of other readers. That's I've got a book that we launched 2 weeks ago. That's number 391 overall in the store. Launch day was important, but not as critical as the buildup throughout the next 10 days, where we ran a lot of promotions, pushed a lot of newsletter swaps, and got that book into a lot of hands, and it built critical mass, and now is almost self-sustaining in numbers that move each day and page reads that are every day. Now, understand it's a good book. It was the best book I could possibly write. So that also helps significantly. Quality over quantity, but quantity has a quality all its own. Still, you want to write the very best book you can always. And now don't be crippled by perfection, because you don't know what perfection is, but your readers, they will embrace a great story, and then they will look out for the next one. So my next 2 launches on that series are going to be great because pre-orders are already really high for me, and I appreciate the readers coming in and saying they like the story and moving on. Launch day, don't get wrapped around the axle. Get wrapped around the axle about your promotions and how you're going to push that book. If you just launch and don't tell anybody about it, no one will know it's there. So until you start the promotion, still start the announcements, start pushing to find that right readership for that book, launch day is irrelevant. It just gives you the product. Now you have a link, and now you can actually get people to look exactly at that product and buy it right now and read it right now. Okay, 5-minute focus, 7.5 minutes. I've rambled. Take a look. I've got some words attached to this. All right, you guys have a great day. Peace, fellow humans.